Dummy Hoy. Dummy Hoy was born on May 23, 1862 in Hucktown, Ohio. When he was 3 years old, he suffered from a meningitis attack and became a deaf mute. He died December 15, 1961 in Cincinnati, Ohio at the age of 99. William Hoy was the first Major League Baseball player who was deaf. He got the nickname Dummy because people who didn't talk or were mute were called dumb. Dummy Hoy was not famous because he was deaf. He was an excellent baseball player and broke many records. He played center field, bats left, throws right, hits 2,044, batting average .288, home runs 40, triples 121, stolen bases 607, runs batted in 725, runs 1,426, games played in 1,796. His highlights and awards. Stolen base leader. He's in the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame. Scored over 100 runs 9 times in single game. Established signals for safe and out calls, but he never took the credit for it. When he didn't know what the calls were, the other team would then take advantage of this. While Dummy Hoy was figuring out what the call was, the pitcher would throw a fastball and make him strike out. That's when he wrote a letter asking for there to be a simple sign for a baseman to make so he knew what the call was. These signs then stuck to the game and are still used around the world. Fans. His fans knew he was deaf, but that didn't change their opinions on him. They loved him and cheered for him no matter what. Dummy Hoy would love to look out into the crowd and he could see and feel their excitement and their energy. He played for 7 different teams: the Washington Nationals, the Buffalo Bisons, the St. Louis Browns, the Washington Senators, the Cincinnati Reds, which he played for twice, the Louisville Colonels, and the Chicago White Sox. His family. William Hoy had 3 brothers and 1 sister, and he was the only one in his family who was deaf. His wife, who we met in Cincinnati, Anna Maria Laurie, she is also deaf. They had 1 son, Carson Hoy, who is also deaf. Challenges. No one would let him play with them because they didn't want to play with a deaf kid. His father told him to stop baseball and to continue to work with shoes. Coaches would reject him because he was fairly small at only 5 foot 5 inches and 150 pounds. He wasn't able to hear the call, so he didn't know if it was a ball or a strike. When Dummy Hoy would go try out for a team, the coaches would tell him no thanks and turn the other way. But once the coaches saw him throw, they decided to give him a chance because of his strong arm. Soon, all coaches loved him and wanted him to join their team because he was improving and showing everyone how good of a player he was. Accomplishments. He threw out 3 base runners in a single game. He began his career with 82 stolen bases. People respected him and no one gave him a hard time with his deafness. He learned and adapted quickly to the game. He had a strong arm and powerful throw. He lived his dream. In 2001, at Gallaudet University, their baseball field was named after Dummy Hoy. In 2003, that was when Dummy Hoy was accepted into the Cincinnati Hall of Fame. However, people are still trying to get Dummy Hoy into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was such a great baseball player that there is no reason for him not to be in the Hall of Fame. After his baseball career, when he would work on the dairy farm, he also helped with the community. He worked for Goodyear and helped supervise hundreds of deaf workers in World War II. Interesting facts. He graduated from the Ohio School for the Deaf, grew up to be a shoemaker, and owned a shoe repair shop. Surprisingly, he is not in the Hall of Fame, which many people question why. After retirement, him and his wife operated their own dairy farm.